Please welcome Steve Cameron, Executive Director of the Orange Catholic Foundation. Steve.
Thank you, my dear. Good morning. Well, good morning, everybody. It is such an honor to be here. I'm going to be quick because I know everyone's a little bit hungry, but it's always encouraging for me to come to this breakfast and see so many wonderful Catholics who are willing to get up so early in the morning and bring your energy and enthusiasm to this event. I'm not going to talk a lot about the past 25 years of the Orange Catholic Foundation because Lucy has done a really good job about that. But what I would like to talk to you about is the next 25 years, because I think as a church, we're standing on the threshold of what could be the most transformational age in the history of the church over the last 2,000 years. And what do I mean by saying something so bold like that? Well, we're ready to enter into the most largest demographic change in the history of the world. And what I'm talking about is the transfer of wealth from one generation to the next. And if you pay attention to things like this, there's going to be about $110 trillion is going to go from one generation to the next generation over the next 30 years or so. And that's going to be when people my age, who are over 55, move on to our next life in heaven and leave our earthly possessions behind us. And so if you take that to Orange County, it's just the numbers are staggering. The net worth in Orange County that is owned by Catholics who are 55 and over is about $500 billion. And I can only tell you one thing with certainty, is over the next 30 or 40 years, that's going to go from one place to the other. And there's three places it's going to go. It's either going to go to taxes, which probably none of us want. It's going to go to our children or grandchildren, which is a good place for some of that money to go. But the other place that money is going to go to nonprofits. And what we need to do as a church is we need to make sure we're in the middle of that wealth transfer so that we get what is a fair share and what we need to drive our church forward. So if there's $500 billion of Catholic net worth in Orange County, what would be a good amount? $50 billion over the next 25 years? $5 billion? Let's just say it was $5 billion. Can you imagine if $5 billion was invested in our ministries over the next 25 years? That would be $200 million a year. Can you imagine how the church in Orange County would change if we got $200 million a year? Think of what we could do to our facilities, many of which were built when the county was first started back in the 60s, the 50s and 60s, and now need to be renovated or in some places replaced. Think of the new facilities we could build. Think of how we could re-inspire and reimagine our ministries and pay our teachers what they should get paid, pay our youth ministers what they should be paid, attract young, dynamic, competitive people with good salaries and benefits. I mean, we could just totally change the face of the Catholic Church in Orange County if we're able to do that. So how are we going to do this? Well, first we have to know where that money is. And I can tell you where the money is not. No one's got their money in their pocketbook right now. 97% of our net worth is in appreciated assets, such as our real estate, our stocks, and our IRAs. So I could pass the offering plate 500 times and never get much money because there's only so much money in your pocket. What we as a church need to do is we need to learn how to approach you in a way and start talking about your appreciated assets, because the money's going to go somewhere. It's going to go to the government, your kids, or to a nonprofit. We need to make sure it's going to come to us. And so at the Orange Catholic Foundation, as Lucy mentioned, what we've done is we've really pivoted to making a real strong focus on appreciated assets. Over the last year, we've developed a Catholic financial professionals network of estate planning attorneys, CPAs, financial planners, so that we have the ability to sit with you on a one-on-one basis and really kind of look at your assets, look at your portfolio, and help you determine what are the most tax advantageous strategies that you can employ to move as much of your money from your pocket into the next generation or into the church. And the areas that we need support are really up to you. As long as the money stays in the Catholic ecosystem of Orange County, it can go to your parish, it can go to a school, it can go to the diocese. We're not here to tell you where to put your money. We're just here to tell you how to do it the most efficiently, and we're here to give you options and opportunities to think about. So with that, I would just like to introduce my colleagues who are more than happy to help you do this. Again, these are one-on-one conversations, so if I could have Kathleen Hurt stand up. Kathleen is our there they are, okay. So Kathleen is our Executive Vice President. Anthony runs all of our philanthropic giving and appreciated asset giving, and then Carol is our controller for the Orange Catholic Foundation. So if you would like to be a part of this major transformation, we're all going to go through it. We just need to be smart about how we do it and where we leave our money. Please come talk to me or come talk to any one of these individuals sometime during the breakfast. And then I know there's a lot of other staff members of the Orange Catholic Foundation, so if you could at least stand and wave your hands so we can all see you. They're mostly in the back because they're working. So with that, I just want to conclude and say thank you so much.